like mentally cruising kind of thing. I'm just kind of sleepy today. Bit sleepy. But yeah, no, I'll still be here for a little bit. I'm gonna try to like stick to my 3-ish hours a bit more at the moment for this month. For like the rest of this month, I think. And then I'll see how I feel about going back up to like 4 hours. Because I had a lot of stuff happen. This, is everything okay? Yeah, it's all good. My game's just been kind of pausing and stuttering. Like hard stuttering, looks like it wants to crash kind of thing tonight, which is kind of scary. And Diablo was having issues last week. Well, my Diablo game's been having issues crashing, and 7 Days to Die had issues yesterday because we had Plex trying to rebuild, but then Nick rebuilt it into the wrong location, so we have to rebuild it again somewhere else. And yeah, I was really, really sick, badly sick on Sunday. So yeah, it's been a lot in what I'd say is like the span of time of about a week, I feel like. And while I'm a little bit sleepy, like I just didn't get like good rest. I don't feel like I rested well last night. So like I'm tired and I'm quite sore and it's cold. So all these things are like pretty awful. And I just kind of like want to be here with you guys and play RimWorld and get them ready and stuff for the update. But then RimWorld earlier was having like such a stroke about it. And I'm like, I feel like it's made it harder to get them ready if I can, kind of thing. Plus, whenever it did start to lag out and I was just getting like the peaceful music, it was just making me like relax, tired kind of thing. So it wasn't really helping that, but like not in a bad way. It was making me kind of like tired sort of thing. And obviously as a streamer, I should probably have some level of awakeness and energy and shit. But yeah, it just be like that sometimes, you know? And like, I didn't get to play RimWorld last week because I was sick, and I didn't know that like how sick I was on the Tuesday and the Friday was just leading up to what happened on Sunday, you know? So I had no clue that it was just something building. I just thought, oh, I just don't feel well kind of thing. And yeah, so I'm alright. Just like I know I've got tomorrow off to do rigging and stuff, but also I want to sleep, and I can't just keep sleeping on Wednesdays because it's cold and stuff. Like I'm a person too, right? Like I've got that procrastination of, oh, it's cold, I don't want to do anything kind of thing. I just want to sleep, but I still got to do stuff. Or otherwise I just stress myself out about not having done stuff, you know? So there's just like, I don't know, normal people crap like that, that's happening to this stuff. But you go get some sleep, Keelan. I appreciate you asking and stuff though. That's very sweet. We'll smooth fall asleep. No. Poor Viking's dealing with like hay fever as well, so I think like between like so can I have some of the cold? You can have all the cold. Take it. If we could figure out how to like swap that it's just like always kind of like cozy warm here, I'd love that. Because like as long as I can retreat into like an air conditioned space as needed to have that relief and comfort of cooling down, I enjoy that. I really enjoy that. But like I don't like being so cold because like I have a lot of old injuries and stuff, right? Because like I used to do heavy weightlifting and I used to do landscaping and renovations and all sorts of stuff, right? So I have a lot of old injuries and stuff in my body, and when it gets cold they ache so bad. It's just so bad. And I just can't escape it. Like you can put like a heat pack on, but you know, then that one spot's like warmed up, and as soon as it goes cold, it's sore again kind of thing. yeah, yikes forever indeed. But yeah, there's just, because I have so many injuries across like my body and stuff, lots of areas hurt at once, and there's just not much I can do. And I don't really think that I should continuously take painkillers or anything like that, because like there is like a there's like a tolerance that you can build up to painkillers as well. So like I don't want to take them when I'm hurting and stuff, because I've also got other medical conditions I need to be able to feel if they're doing stuff as well. So usually when something's sore, I just have to kind of bear with it until it's truly unbearable. Then I can take something for it. So yeah, it's just unpleasant discomfort that's prolonged during winter, and there's not much I can do about it, kind of thing. Generally speaking, I think I've been like pretty good not to like bitch about it nonstop. I think my first year of streaming, I didn't really have like a heater. I didn't really like adapt to like the temperature in here, and I complained nonstop. I complained all winter, and then I complained all summer. So I've gotten a little bit better with like keeping it to myself, but there are days where it just, everything hurts and I'm tired, and all I want to do is be like, you know, anybody else out there and just go stay under a blanket in a warm room with a cat, you know, and just like ignore the world, kind of thing. 38 Celsius here in a shadow. That sounds like our summers. It really does. Like I don't mind that. Like it's horrible weather, but when you can retreat to somewhere cool and you can wear like loose and light clothing and stuff like that, I quite enjoy that. I prefer that kind of thing. I hate wearing like, I'm not a big fan of wearing long sleeved anything, especially since like long sleeve stuff doesn't fit me properly, because like most women are kind of like short and I'm not short. So like my long pants don't cover part way down my shin to my ankle, and that part of my leg is cold. My sleeves don't cover all the way up to my wrists, so like probably an inch or two from my wrist is cold. And on the odd chance that I do find a pair of pants or a shirt or something that's like the perfect size, I can guarantee you my klutzy ass self will like bump into something, or like they'll get wet in the sink or whatever, and then I'll have to take it off to like let it dry or run it for a wash or something, you know. I just want to quickly check this. Starting to destroy a camp, eliminate 12 pirates. I mean, I like the recon helmet and the recon armor. I don't need uranium. The plasteel would be good. I might go with that one. I'll have a look at it. We'll go see what this is. I only got my knee and hurts when it's cold, but it's worthy trade-off. I'll willingly take non-stop knee pain for cold weather. See, I can't handle my knee pain because I twisted one of my knees when I moved into this house. And when it gets cold, that is one of the things on my body that is unbearably painful. And there's no position it can sit in that feels better. Yeah, don't ask me about the specifics of twisting a fucking joint. But yeah, it's pretty bad. It has to run. We got 40 minutes left to power nap. No, you go get your rest. I'll be here. I'm gonna send out a group to attack this place. I'm gonna see if I can find like some of my better gunners and send them out there. I don't really want to take prisoners as per usual. But if somebody takes my eye, I will take them. I don't know about taking Delicious. Delicious is like almost always having like a stroke about stuff, but no, I won't take Delicious. Nah, fuck it. If I'm taking Chalky, I'll take Delicious. Because they'll both have a tantrum. That's my thought process. They will both have a tantrum and not want to go. Cricket's actually not a bad shot. By the way, I give like sniper rifles to some of my best shots so I can tell on a glance who they are, but sometimes taking a couple of people that have like the miniguns can also be really good. Mind you, Mal is actually a fantastic shot. I'm surprised he doesn't have a legendary gun. Tadashi is also a kind of good shot. He will have a tantrum too. I don't know how many people are selected. I don't want to take Ray. She's a great shot, but she's better for Max. Mora's not. I'm trying to take people that have got roughly around about the same distance of gun. Solidness, I think, is okay. Who else have we got in here? Takeo. I don't want to take you out there. I don't think I have many animals left, but it wouldn't be a bad thing to take some out of here. I want to keep Labia in the base because we've got traders coming. Corpsey is a good shot, but I want him in the base. Shadow's a good shot. He could go, but I don't want to take him. Dela Cruz, no. Seahorse is a pretty good shot, generally speaking. Lincoln's better. So we'll take Lincoln. That should be enough people, hopefully. By the look of it, one of my people is out of my prison. So I guess I've got to find Lumi. Lumi's in a daze, so I'm guessing she's gotten out of prison and she's in a daze now. I actually have quite a lot of animals. So let's load up some of these horses. I don't want to take any of the pregnant ones out for this quest. I just want some horses and some non-pregnant dromedaries. That should be enough. There we go. Okay, about 800 odd. I could bring back some more wood. It would be like adding to our problem of like too much wood, but we'll see. That should be a good amount of people. You've got some food. I did consider the fact that if they're on my animals, they like out in a caravan, I may not have an issue with supply, like the quantity and stuff. But the other issue I've got too is that like the animals and stuff going out with it may take a long time to load up the food. So that's an issue too. Like they've got, there's stuff that they've got on them is going to rot in 2 days. And I think that's mostly kibble. Well, let's give them like 150 odd of the simple meals. That's way too much. It's like 12 days. Some of it's going to rot in 2. I think that's equivalent medicine. We'll give you 20 and we'll give you 15 of this in case we take somebody or need to repair a horse or something. Honestly, I thought about just chucking the cloth on this, but I don't know how long it would take them to load up 10,000 cloth to go on a journey. But yeah, no, I considered if it's on a caravan, would it disappear or not? There's no real way for me to test that, but that's enough of a caravan. Where is Lumi? No, she's still in there. Okay, so when they're mentally wandering, apparently they just don't count as a prisoner. That's good to know. That's pretty good to know. So this is also something that's interesting is when I do the caravans and stuff, it used to be how I'd kind of keep track of like how many people are in my colony and stuff. So sometimes I'd have to go around and mentally find the people that are having their mental wanders and stuff. And it's really, really hard to do at this scale. Because I don't know if you guys can see, like this person's got an inspiration of some kind. They have inspired taming. Let's see, who else? You have inspired something. Like it's hard to see if somebody's got like a mental wandering. A lot of these people are asleep, so they all have symbols on them at the moment. I'm not seeing somebody else that's specifically got like a bad symbol on them. I don't think I have anybody else in my base that's currently mentally wandering, which is fucking unlikely, but hold on. I'll zoom up to about this much. I should be able to zoom up one more than this, but the game's not letting me. I'm not seeing any funky colors. This would be a rare moment where I only have one person in my entire base having a mental thing. It is. Wow, okay. That's extremely rare. And it's also winter, 1st of December. So, out of interest, when you've got like 280 odd people, the odds of having one or more people having like a mental break of some kind is normal, right? So I've got like 2 prisoners and one of them is having a mental break, but nobody else in my colony is having a mental anything. There's no pigging out, there's no having a tantrum, there's no nothing. A sad wandering or anything like that. That's really weird. I guess I can't say for sure if everybody's happy because fuck knows what their moods are. I can't see the majority of the moods anymore. Except for that guy. I can see his and I can see that one's. They're like the only 2. They're okay. Whereas it needs. Yeah, they're okay. This is I actually do own a magnifying glass and I've been considering getting it out and seeing if I could see them, but I don't think it would actually help me at all. Hey Zo, welcome in. What are you up to? How is this cold snap going? The colony looks so cool. Thank you. I'll be moving base kind of soon and I'll have to make a new design for the new location and stuff, but that's what we're looking like at the moment. I kind of hope to maybe not have like a massive wall of condos this time. Why did that ping twice? Yeah, I'm not going to question it. I'm just not going to question why that pinged twice. There's been so many things happening this week that I'm just going to pretend that it's normal. But yeah, we're in the process of trying to send out caravans and get people going places. Where's you got it's running smoothly at 100? My pawn's going crazy. Turn on each other. Well, they're at 282 at the moment, plus 2 prisoners. But, like, generally speaking, when I loaded in with 21 colonists, right? And, like, I kind of expected them to turn on each other. I expected them to kill each other pretty quickly, but they didn't. And so because they didn't, I was able to actually, like, build places and I was able to get stuff done and stuff. Like my previous colony of Nido, they were at each other's throat from day one. And I persisted with them until they had like, I think it was about 100 odd people. I can't remember off the top of my head, but they had like 100 or so. And I eventually got to a point where I'm just like, you know what? If they want to kill each other, they can go for it. And so I just let them go for it one day. And yeah, they ended up absolutely wiping themselves off the map. But they were never really going to, I might actually make that 300. They were never going to get anywhere anyway, because they were always infighting. If you start up a map, no matter how much you love who you've got and like the way it looks and stuff like that, if they're fighting from like the very, very first like week and they're like having tantrums, beating each other up, and they're like, yeah, insulting sprees, punch ups, all sorts of stuff, breaking things, trying to leave, whatever, that colony's probably not going to make it. That's what I've learned. The 3 colonies that I've had that have got huge, like Coalition, Hatora, and now Asora, all 3 of them got along from the beginning. And I didn't have to mitigate their bullshit fighting. And then the other colonies that I've had, Hatora was a good example. Not Hatora, Nido was a good example because it was on stream. But they hated each other from the first day I started. And yeah, I was constantly dealing with whatever was going on in the game, plus their fighting, plus whatever they were breaking, plus whatever whoever was leaving and stuff. And it just made it so much harder than it should have been, kind of thing. Down to 35 after 100 born kids only start. They're all grown up now. Oh yeah. Yeah, the ads are happening. Not everybody's been getting them though, I noticed. Which is kind of good in a way, but I still have to like let you know they're gonna happen when they're gonna happen. Just in case. Yeah, You start with all the children. I'm pretty sure they started with like 100 people, and then they have biotech, so obviously they what do you call it? They obviously like reproduced and stuff, and yeah, I think a lot of their people have died. I don't know how ads work. They never show up. What, like, you don't get the ads and stuff. What it was... Okay, so what it's supposed to be is when you designate a 3-minute block of ads once an hour to prevent pre-rolls, right? Is that the way it's supposed to work is that regardless of if any ads play or not, and regardless of what time a person enters your chat, if they come in anywhere between those 3 minutes that are designated, they can be served up to 3 minutes of ads. So if they come in on the last second, and they get up to 3 minutes ads after the time period kind of thing, because they had just clocked in on 1. But because Twitch is having less advertisers and stuff like that, and not all advertisers want to go up against all content or all streamers and stuff like that, the ads that people are getting are sometimes repetitive and or not at all, based on whatever the content is, whoever the streamer is, and like whether advertisers want to be in that category and shit. So in some cases, some people are not getting ads at all. Some locations also don't seem to get ads. Some couple of places around the world seem to just not get ads served to them because advertisers don't want to advertise wherever that is. So yeah, sometimes that happens. Other times, like, I don't know, I've had it sometimes where Twitch is like really persistent when I've been watching somebody and I've been like, you know, the stream started lagging behind by like up to 30 seconds or something. So I've refreshed and it's like, oh cool, you're a new person. Let me give you some fresh pre-rolls. And then let me also serve you, like a minute later, let me also serve you the ad break that's scheduled. And then it's just like, sometimes I've had it where it doesn't come out of that. And I've had it where it's like, you're still watching an ad, or like it says like you're still watching an ad. And so what it will do is it'll be like, it will minimize the window, still be playing the audio of the streamer, but the window isn't full screenable. And it will say, thank you for supporting the streamer or whatever, ads are playing and stuff like that. And it just won't go away. It's as if like it glitched out. And I'm like, I don't know if they're getting ad revenue for the entire stream or if it just isn't giving me ads for the entire stream. But I also can't like full screen this person anymore, you know? So it just depends. Some countries don't get many ads for some reason. They never show up. Don't get them. Wife doesn't get them. I tried it without ad blockers and all that stuff. None were playing. I mean, it just depends. It depends on who you're watching, advertisers, regions, all sorts of stuff. Also, there seems to be less advertisers willing to advertise on Twitch. Like, I don't want to shit on the whole topic because I'm like, I still appreciate that I have a platform to stream to. But like, yeah, no, there's probably going to be like less and less advertisers and stuff to fill up the slots. And then, yeah, the viewers aren't getting as many ads, which is nice and everything, but also the streamer isn't getting as much ads either, which, yeah. It was very chaotic. The start is very difficult since they can't do essential jobs. I had 3 pawns for medical farming, crafting. A 12-year-old kid's set to age up after a few days after the first run failed. Oh yeah. I wasn't sure if you started with all the kids. I couldn't remember. Whenever I start streaming, an ad starts right away. When you go live and stuff. Because you can choose when you want it to happen. I have mine delayed by about 15-20 minutes because I used to have a half an hour countdown because I'd set my like go live, and nobody, back when I was like new, nobody would get the notification for about 20 minutes. So I would hit the go live, I'd go off and like get myself ready to stream, and then I'd come back and obviously like start talking and stuff. And about the point in time where I was about to go into, I think what it used to do is it used to play the ad right before I was about to start talking. And then when I decreased the amount of my countdown, because I had so many people complain that, oh, your countdown's like half an hour. And I'm like, yeah, because it doesn't push out for like 20 minutes. So I reduced it to like 25 and then later 20-minute countdown and stuff like that. And some days it's different. It's all over the place depending on like when I went live and how long, like how prepared I am for the start of screen and stuff. But yeah, no, I had it where it was supposed to be like right about when I was supposed to change from just chatting to my gameplay. It would run an ad then. And the idea was that obviously like you'd miss the recap of like the previous week and stuff like that. And yeah, I don't know. I had it like set up very like fiddly kind of thing. So you'd want it kind of not to be there and have it like gone and shit. But then some weeks I start after 5 minutes of countdown. Some days I have like the full 20 minutes, and then it plays an ad while I'm either like in the chatting or partway into a game or wherever. All I know is that whenever Snipe Rare comes to visit my channel, every single time, not joking, every single time he's ever entered my chat and said hello, because he says that he like opens stream and then immediately says hello, right? Every single time he gets smacked with an ad as soon as he enters stream. Every single time. And it's the full fucking 3 minutes of ads that he gets every time. It doesn't matter what point in time he joins the stream. It doesn't matter if it's partway through, near the end, whatever. He will always get all the ads. And I don't know why that is. I know he's in Canada and he's like, you know, I think young adult kind of thing. So maybe there's a demographic there. I don't know. I need to set you up to join. You're like a normal daytimer. But yeah, I don't know about everybody else. It just depends. Because like I've watched some people and sometimes I won't get an ad and they'll go to like ad break and stuff like that. And I'll wait and then nothing happens kind of thing. Or sometimes I get one ad and it'll be like a couple of seconds and then it'll be over. Other times I get like 30 seconds of ads and stuff like that. It really just depends. And I don't know if it's like any specific like game they're playing and stuff like that, because I watch like a lot of people that play different games as well. So like if I actually sat down and paid more attention to it, maybe it plays more ads on specific games. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it's a specific time slot that has more ads. I don't know. Like, I guess I don't pay that close of attention because usually when I'm watching people, it's typically when I'm like editing my VOD, like post stream. So I tend to be kind of like sort of listening, kind of watching. I sometimes I've got to have shit muted because I've got to be able to hear what I'm doing. So like I won't be hearing specifically what they're saying, but like I will be around kind of thing. Or I'll see stuff on the screen, but I won't have been able to have been like, I don't know, actively there in that moment kind of thing. Because I'm like, I'm doing something else, but I can hear and see what they're doing kind of thing. That happens sometimes too. Because like, sometimes I'll be in the middle of like moving a slider or like saving a file and I can't click away kind of thing.